Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing another story time video because you guys seem to really like these, and I asked my Snap fam if they wanted to see a story time about the time that my purse and wallet were stolen by an employee of a store that I was at, and you all said yes. So if you guys are not part of Snap fam, definitely join. I'll put my Snapchat name around here on the screen. But yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get on into the story. Okay, so this story happened a while back. I want to say that I was probably like 13 or 14 at the time, and I was in Miami because at the time my grandparents lived there, so I was down in Miami visiting them, and it was me and my grandparents and my mom, and we went to this like really nice outdoor kind of mall place that had like restaurants and also shops. So we went to the place that we wanted to eat dinner, and it was a really long wait, so my grandparents were like, well, you guys go walk around and shop and we'll just wait here until our table is called. So me and my mom went and walked around like the shops and stuff, and we went into this shoe store, and it's a big chain national shoe store. I'm not going to say the name because, I mean, I probably should say the name because the way they handled this was really horrible, but I'm not going to say the name, but it's a big national shoe store. You've probably been to it before. But I go into the shoe store and I start trying on shoes. So I'm all the way in the back of the store, and my mom is in the front of the store because she's still looking at stuff, and I went to the back to look at shoes back there. And the way they had the back like wall set up is there was like huge walls filled with boxes of shoes. And I found a pair of shoes that I wanted to try, and when I took like the box out, I put my purse like in the little crevice where I took the box of shoes out. I put my purse like in there because I was going to try them on, and I didn't want to put my purse on the ground because, long story short, this is how you know it was a long time ago, but it was actually the first Coach purse I ever got, because back in the day when I was like 13, Coach purses were all the rage, and I had just gotten this Coach purse for my birthday, and I didn't want to put it on the ground, so I put it like in the little crevice because I didn't want it to get dirty on the ground. 13-year-old thoughts. But that's what I did. So I put it in there, and I'm trying my shoes on, and then I wanted to see what they looked like in a mirror. So I left my little purse in the little slot that I had slipped it into, and took the shoes while they were already on my feet and walked over to right at the end, like, I mean, guys, like literally maybe 10 feet. I'm not good at distance. I don't know. I could have walked there in like 5 seconds. Like, it was not far at all. It was just right at the end of the like aisle that I was in. There was a full-length mirror, but I like couldn't see because the mirror was like on the other side, so you couldn't really see like where my purse was when I went there. So I should have taken my purse with me, but I was stupid and I didn't, and I left it there. I don't really know if I like knowingly left it there or if I forgot and left it there and then realized later. I'm not really sure. But anyways, I go, I'm looking at my shoes in the mirror. I mean, guys, I probably was looking at the mirror tops a minute, but probably not even that long. Like, I would say probably closer to 30 seconds. I'm looking at the shoes in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, I want to show these to my mom. And like, I look and I don't see my mom, so I'm like, okay, she's in the front of the store. Let me call her. And then I realized that I didn't have my purse at that moment. I was like, oh crap, left it back over there. Go walk back again. This all happened in the time span of tops 1 minute. I go back to get my purse so I can get my cell phone to call my mom, who's on the other side of the store, to come look and see the shoes and see if she likes them. And my purse isn't there. And I'm like, oh my god, like I'm freaking out, because at this point I had never really like lost anything valuable because I was like young, and I would always like try to take good care of myself, and this was like my new bag, and inside my bag was a wallet. It wasn't like a nice wallet or anything. Well, actually I think it was a Coach wallet at the time that like matched, and I mean, keep in mind I was like 13, so I didn't have like a real job, but I did babysit, so I think I had like $200 or so worth of cash in my wallet just because I was on vacation, so that's like all the money I had like to my name. In cash in my wallet, and then my cell phone was in my wallet as well. And this was like pre-flip phone. Like, this was like a Nokia, like, not even flip phone. My first cell phone ever was in there as well. And I'm like, oh my god, I lost my purse, I lost my wallet, I lost my money, and I lost my cell phone. It's all gone. I'm freaking out like on the inside because I had never like lost anything like super valuable before, and it was just starting to be the time where I actually had like things of value. Like, my parents were trusting me with a cell phone and my own purse and stuff like that. So whatever, I find my mom, I'm crying, I'm like, oh my god, mom, somebody took my purse, I can't find it, I can't find it. My mom's like, okay, you need to calm down. There's literally, like, we're the only two people in the store, like, nobody else is even in here. Where did you think you left it? Like, it's probably just somewhere else, whatever. My mom walks with me to the back of the store where I showed her, like, the crevice, the spot that I put it in, and it wasn't there. And she's like, are you sure you left it here, Kelly? Like, are you sure you had it when you came into the store? Like, trying to think if I had left it somewhere else. And I'm like, no, mom, like, I'm 100% sure. I took the shoebox out and I put my purse in this little spot, and then I walked down there to go to the mirror, and she's like, well, check the mirror, make sure there's nothing there. I look, it's like not anywhere. So my mom's like, okay, let's go talk to the manager and see if he's seen anyone like run out of the store or something. And my mom like goes to the desk, and she's like, ask the manager, she's like, my daughter, I'm crying, like literally hysterically. She's like, my daughter lost her purse, like, have you seen anyone go in and out of the store like fast or suspicious or anything? He's like, no, I don't think so, and just like looks down and keeps like reading his magazine. My mom's like, okay, well, you know, can you like help us check? Cause like, I mean, I've worked in retail before for a long time, and like if anyone had ever lost anything, I would always try and help them. Like I remember one time when I worked in retail, I was helping a customer and her daughter lost her doll, and I was like searching the whole store for her doll, let alone her purse, her wallet, and her cell phone. Like this guy was like not helpful at all. And so he basically just didn't even end up helping us. And so me and my mom like go back. My mom was like, wait, do you have your cell phone in your purse? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, is the ringer on? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, okay, perfect. We'll call your cell phone. So my mom takes out her cell phone. She calls my cell phone. And we're back in the back of the store at this point where I thought I had left it. My mom calls my cell phone and we can faintly hear my ringtone. And I'm like, oh my God, I forget what it was. It was like a song at the time. I forget what it was. Probably like Britney Spears or something. But we could hear it, but it wasn't like loud at all. So we're like trying to walk around the back of the store to like find, she's like, oh my God, Kelly, you definitely probably put it somewhere. Like we're trying to find it, and like we're having a tough time like trying to locate where the sound is coming from. And then all of a sudden my mom, like it wasn't like a back door, but it was like there was another room in the back of this store, but they didn't have a door separating it. It was kind of like they had like panels hanging down that separated like the store from like their back room area. My mom like opened the panels and I was like, whoa, what are you doing? That's like the back like stock area or whatever. And then it started to get louder and my mom's like, it's in here somewhere. And I followed her in, I like moved the panels out of the way, and you see this back room and it's filled with huge boxes, like the type of boxes you ship stuff in. And then inside of all these boxes are individual shoe boxes. And I mean, I'm not kidding, there was probably 100 of them, like all stacked up, all these boxes. I'm like, oh my God. But we could definitely hear that my cell phone was in this room somewhere because we could hear the ringtone much louder than we could in the regular store. My mom's like, are you serious? Like, what the hell? And so we literally just started rummaging through the boxes, like the shipping boxes, and then inside we couldn't really find those, and we started opening up the like actual shoe boxes that were inside the shipping boxes, and then we finally found at the bottom of a box in a Converse sneaker box my purse. Yep, in the back room inside of this box. Like, obviously nobody in the actual store would have done that unless it was an employee who was saving it to go grab it later, like at the end of their shift. Like no random person, like shopper in the store would go in the back room and hide my purse just to like make me upset, because it's not like they would get anything out of it. So obviously it had to be an employee who stashed it back there, who had like access to that back room, knew there was a bunch of boxes, stashed it in there, and was gonna take it at the end of their shift. Like, and like I said, like this had to be like calculated or something. Like they had to be like watching me put it down and then just snatch it, because I was gone for literally, like I said, 30 seconds to a minute that I was not like in eyesight of my purse. So whatever, we found it. I'm like so happy because at least we have back. My mom's like, check the wallet, make sure everything's in there. I checked it, like my cell phone was in there, my wallet was in there with all my money, everything. She's like, what? My mom is so mad. I'm like so happy because at this point, like I was young, I had my stuff back, so I didn't even care, and I didn't even realize like at the time, like, okay, an employee definitely stole this from me, like whatever. My mom is fuming. Like my mom is, you know, we're from New Jersey, like she doesn't let stuff slide, like, you know, kind of a little bit hot-headed, I guess. And she goes up to the manager, she's like telling like, obviously one of the employees in this store stole it, whatever. Still, like the manager literally does not care at all. She's like, I want to see these security tapes. He's like, I'm sorry ma'am, like they're fake security cameras. They don't actually work. Because there was cameras all over the store. And as some stores do, I know this from when I worked in retail, do not, they have like dummy cameras. They are cameras that don't actually work. But those, they're just like to deter shoplifters. But the cameras that they had in that store, like they had blinking lights on them, and there was signs around the store that said like, caution, you are on video surveillance. So clearly they were real cameras. They weren't dummy cameras. Like now, at the time I didn't know that, but now from working in retail and working in stores that had both real cameras and dummy cameras, I know that those were real cameras. The guy's like, yeah, those are dummy cameras. They don't actually work, so we don't actually have like video surveillance or whatever. And my mom's like, are you serious? Like, I want to speak to your manager. He's like, I'm the manager of this store. Like, there isn't anybody else for you to speak to. My mom's like, well, what's the customer service number? He gives her the customer service number, and she's like, you know, what's your name? Like, whatever, puts it down. And we ended up leaving. My mom's like, I'm never coming back here, blah, 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 whatever. I'm just happy, again, that I have my dang purse. But the next day, this is like the funniest part of the story. So at least I got the thing back. I mean, it definitely was an employee that stole it, because there's no way that it was like another shopper in the store, let alone there wasn't any other shoppers besides me and my mom and the employees of the store. I don't know if it was the manager or if it was one of the employees. I kind of think it was the manager based on the way he was acting. But the next day, my mom did call the customer service. She explained to them what happened, and they're like, well, first of all, the manager definitely lied to you, because none of our stores have dummy cameras. They're all real cameras. We'll pull the security footage. We'll figure out, you know, who did this, and they will be disciplined accordingly or whatever. My mom's like, okay, like, you know, I don't want anybody to lose their job, but just tell them, you know, don't be stealing stuff from like 13-year-old girls, for Christ's sakes, that are shoppers in your store. Like, I would have bought those shoes probably if I had not had my purse stolen. Like, so they're like, leave your number, you know, we'll let you know what happens, blah, blah, whatever. My mom never hears back from the company. They never say anything to her, so she doesn't know if they ever even looked at the cameras. They probably didn't. They probably did nothing about it, which, again, at least I got my purse back, so that was the best part of the story. But the funniest thing is, I'm not kidding, I kid you not, 9 months later, at my house at home, because I guess at some point when we were filling out like incident reports or whatever, because they did ask us to fill out like a report thing that said what had happened and like what story we're at, we did put our address. 9 months later, in the mail, we get a coupon for 20% off your purchase at this store. They're like, we're so sorry that, like, you know, you had a negative experience at our store. Here's a 20% off coupon. My mom's like, I'm never going back to this damn store. Like, that's the best I could do, a 20% off coupon for stealing my young daughter's purse and her cell phone, like an employee of the store, and trying to stash it. Like, so, yeah. That is the time that I got my purse stolen, but I got it back, luckily, because my mom was smart. I was super stupid. I mean, it was definitely... a big part of it was my fault because I left my purse unattended, which I would never suggest that you do. Always watch your belongings because you never know who's watching you, waiting for you to just walk away and leave it somewhere. So always keep your purse close. I know I definitely do now, but yeah, that is the time that I got my purse, my wallet, and my cell phone sold by an employee of a major shoe store. And I still think I should say the name, but I don't like to slander like businesses and stuff like that, so I'm not going to say it, but you're probably good to it. So keep your purse closed next time you go to a shoe store. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you want more storytime videos, and I will be sure to do that for you guys. I love you guys very much, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!